All right, here we go. OneTake Radio, April 11th. We got T.I., B-Rider, producer Reese. Top story of the day, Masters weekend, biggest golf tournament of the season. The Live guys showed out pretty well, but couldn't get it done. Jon Rahm does it after a horrible 4-putt on the first hole, T.I. I don't know what you saw out there, but there's a lot of different ways you could go with this. What do you got on the Masters?
Well, it was an excellent tournament. I think it was unfortunate that the weather interfered a little bit, especially during my workday when it's slow and I'm trying to fucking stream the Masters on my one day off, essentially.
That's sad. That's sad.
Very sad. But trees are falling down and shit. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. A couple points there. Jon Rahm's really solid. I don't know if anyone saw on Sunday. I don't know how close you guys are watching. There was one point where he was walking down the fairway. And they were getting, like, you know how they give a close-up shots on guys? This fool pulled an egg salad sandwich wrapped in plastic, like, out of his fucking pocket.
Smashed it real quick.
The tournament was over at that point. Like, Koepka had zero chance of showing up after Jon Rahm, big guy, just inhales a fucking egg salad sandwich, which I've heard.
Koepka did say that Jon Rahm went to the bathroom like 7 times in the
Seven times.
Round, so.
Mayonnaise sitting for a while in a bag on a humid Georgia day. I cannot imagine is great for your stomach to keep things like relatively ungross here, but like you do the
Still
math
got it
there.
done. Still got it done.
He got it
We
done.
just got to be better here.
Phil Mickelson, I fucking hate him. He's a pompous prick, even though he's a San Diego guy. Like I really dislike him. I wish nothing but bad things on him in his career, but he had an excellent showing on Sunday. I think he shot like a 65. My guy Jordan Spieth too.
Hitting bombs, baby. Producer, he's clipping the Phil Mickelson hitting bombs. Sorry, go ahead.
Hitting bombs. Got to 125.1 club head speed last night. I haven't done that, I think, in my life.
Jordan Spieth had a phenomenal tournament, but it's crazy. It sucks. There's two things I think suck. Number one, it sucks that all those dudes at 8-7 under just didn't show up the first 3 days of a tournament because we could have had an insane finish. The second component, I like Brooks Koepka. I will say that. I think he's funny. I hate golf, but I've played it for like 20 plus years and I still play it. So I like hate it, but I love it. He hates it too, and he's very upfront about it. That shit's all dandy and cool, but like the second you fucking get in a tight spot and like you don't care, like he just looked like a bitch, dude. He had no fight on Sunday. The second time he said "fuck you" to America by joining Live, then you lose to the guy from Spain on Easter Sunday.
I didn't realize that Rahm was from España. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He played college golf at ASU, but yeah, it's just sad to see Koepka let his. He's from Florida. I'm guessing he's a real red-blooded American. He's let his country down now twice. That I can at least recall by going to Live, and then again, you lose on Easter Sunday with millions of Americans at home watching the tournament to Jon Rahm. It's sad because golf is like a national sport. You root for your countrymen and shit. It's why we got the Ryder Cup. So I don't know.
Yeah, the apathy from Koepka, but that's kind of his brand, though, isn't it? Like he's just kind of like, oh, I don't really care. I just like play golf and I win like 4 majors. But at the end of the day, like that doesn't really like fly when exactly like you said, when the chips get down and you got to be clutch. You got to fucking care.
It's cool when he's winning. I think it's hilarious because it makes people mad and it rubs them the wrong way. But like, I'm rooting for a dramatic finish here, and like ultimately, Rahm just ran. Credit to Rahm too. I mean, like some of his shots he was hitting into some of his greens, gutsy. Like, dude, 18, he has to hit a provisional. They said that's never happened on the 18th hole of a Masters. Someone hitting a provisional ball up the upper fairway, lays up, and then just dials a fucking slow spinning wedge into that green. Like, no big deal. Goes up and taps in for par. Like that was sick, dude. So great tournament all around.
Over the sand trap too, right? You talked about that shot.
And they showed it from behind, like where he was standing. I'm like, dude, if I had this shot right now, like I am blading my fucking 58 degree, maybe in the Patreons. So yeah, it's a great tournament, man. I was excited. I did not make any pimento cheese this year, kind of shameful, but maybe I'll make one in retro of me not making one this week. So
sad, really. B-Rider, what do you think of Easter Sunday Masters finish?
Well, anytime you see a FSU guy go down, always makes me happy. So I'm definitely happy that Koepka lost. Kind of a bum, kind of like you were saying. Both the Live guys, they just got real douchebaggy vibes to them. Don't really like them. Just love how Jon Rahm looks like he probably celebrated by crushing a 12-pack of Natty Light and eating a bunch of chicken tenders. Like that's my type of guy. He's an everyday type of guy, and I like that. So.
I love how he slams clubs and shit, dude. He gets so mad.
Yeah, he's real though.
Yeah, no, that's real. Yeah, he's a real guy.
He's an ASU guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went to ASU.
Yes.
Phil Mickelson's brother was his coach.
Yeah, so he's an animal. Yeah, Phil Mickelson is a dumbass.
That 4-putt, I'm actually kind of a Team Phil guy. I think Phil's actually quite engaging. I think he's good for golf. The fact that he's up in his 50s and still competing at the highest level, he won the PGA Championship 2 years ago. He's found a lot of new life in his career, T.I., so I think credit to him. Yeah, he put an incredible showing on Sunday. I mean, he shot 65. I just wish he could have done it better.
What do you have, a -7 on Sunday?
Yeah, 7 under on Sunday. That's just outstanding.
Well, dude, maybe
especially for a guy, no one knows the course better than Phil. I mean, it's just outstanding awareness. The fact that lefties at one point, this is a fun fact, producer Reese. At one point, I think it was from 2003 to like 2014, whatever year Mike Weir won it. There was 6 out of the 12 winners in a row have been lefties, which was an incredible advantage at Augusta National. So, credit to Phil.
What's the deal with Liv? It's only 3 rounds, correct?
Right.
Yeah, it's like a season. They play I haven't watched any of it. I'll be completely honest. Like,
yeah, he's a dope though. That's my point.
It's on the CW, and yeah, there are talks that OneTakeMedia.com might take over some of their promotional, not promotional, but actually partnering with companies that are currently on the CW. Think the Pac-12, think Live Golf to do some. Producer Reese actually working those deals right now, so we'll talk about that.
Yeah,
could happen soon.
Fuck the Pac-12.
All right, NBA playoffs set. According to TI, they're actually not set, which might be true at this point in time, I guess, with the play-in games and shit. I was of the understanding that it would be like similar to an NCAA tournament bracket where it's like the 7 plays the 10, the 8 plays the 9, and then it's like and then it might just like so say if the 10 wins, then the 8 and the 9 would just kind of reshuffle what have you like they do in the NFL, but apparently that's not the case, and there's like a mini 3-game playoff here. I don't exactly know how it works.
So the 7 seed plays the 8 seed, and whoever wins that game becomes the 7 seed. And then the 9 seed plays the 10 seed, and then they play the loser of the 7-8 to make the tournament.
That's kind of weird.
All I know is that whoever is the 7 seed, that's who the Celtics gonna draw.
Yeah.
It looks like as we're recording right now, it looks like
it's a 6-point game.
Is it a 6-point game now? It was 13 last I checked. So I mean, I would rather the Celtics play the Hawks than the Heat.
100%. The Heat actually have some fight.
The Heat are weird. They're weird. They're wonky. Coach Spo's a great coach. He coaches his ass off. I don't love that matchup. They worry me more than the Hawks. I think the Celtics.
How are you talking titles, both of you fucking bozos, and you're afraid of the Heat, bro? My God.
It's not about being afraid of the Heat, Ti. It's about who are you setting yourself up with moving forward.
It's
just being realistic, Ti.
You know what I'm saying? We're just looking at the matchup. Realistically.
All he's saying is that he'd rather play the Hawks than the Heat. Anyone with a brain knows that, Ti.
I just don't love.
Yeah, okay, Daniel.
Don't your first round matchup when we played the Hawks in round 1, we were the 1 seed. They took us all the way to 7.
7 games, unbelievable series, bro. That
makes for a tough playoff round. You typically want your first round playoff matchup to be kind of like a tune-up before you get into the quarterfinal or the semifinals. And
we'd love to be playing Kyrie in the Nets if he was still there. We'd love to be playing him. Had that nice sweep last year.
You know what? Let me speak on this for a second, because I know me and T.I. talked about this the other day. Once the Celtics swept Kyrie out of the playoffs last year, that exercised all that for me. He just doesn't do it for me anymore. I still think he's a doofus bozo, sure. But when we had him, when he's like on the sidelines, the Boston fans are screaming at him, he's giving him the finger, and then we end up beating them and then sweep them. It's just like, all right, see you later, buddy. Like, enjoy.
Hey, I'm with you there too. I have no ill will against Kyrie. All I was saying was that I was just trying to help the Mavericks to not get in bed with the guy, because it's like every team he goes to, he just like sucks all the life force out of him and destroys the team. He destroys the team internally. That's all I was saying. And he did it again with the Dallas Mavericks, Ti. He did it again with the Dallas Mavericks, and you don't fucking know that.
We're trying to compete for a title. All you talk about fucking Kyrie. Oh, you Kyrie this, Kyrie that. You don't even talk about the Celtics. You just talk about fucking Kyrie.
Let's go. OneTake Radio.
And I can start screenshotting the Discord, but I'll try and post it on the
screenshot any of the Discord that you want. We'll put anything in that you like. I post stuff about how he destroys teams, and he does destroy teams. He did it against the Mavericks. He exactly made my point, Ti.
But Dan, you don't have. All you do is you just rag on Kyrie. It's weird. Brett just said he's moved on. I don't know any other Celtic fans who all they do is just they don't watch the Celtics.
I'm not ragging on the guy. I'm making an argument that he's going to destroy your team, and he went and did that.
All they do is go after Kyrie,
and then you call me wrong.
That's odd.
What are you talking about?
Because you are wrong. Dude, I'm not saying you're wrong, Dan. I'm saying that you don't watch.
Wrong about what?
Here's my argument. If you want to fucking listen, you don't watch the Celtics. That's the issue. All you do is talk about Kyrie. That's your NBA world. And then the playoffs are going to come around. Now the basketball guru is coming back. Oh, well, yeah, we're going to play the Heat and this and we're title contenders and all that shit. When you don't watch a goddamn bounce and all you do is fucking suck Kyrie's fucking cock.
In what world do I... How does that make any sense if all I do is speak negatively?
You did, Brian. All you do is because you're obsessed with him. You're obsessed with him. I don't know why.
I just don't... I hate to see... I don't know if we got to put in the graphic of Kyrie saying, I'm never going to leave the Cavs. I'm never going to leave the Celtics. I'm never going to leave the Nets. And then... He just sucks the life force out of these franchises. So as someone who has seen it happen firsthand, you hate to see it. You want to try to warn others. You want to try to warn others about it. It happened to Cuban. I'm sorry, Cuban. I hope you don't bring it back for next year. Ti, the Warriors and the Kings, the biggest series in the history of the Kings. The biggest series in the history of the Kings.
I'm not worried about the Kings.
Starts this Saturday. I think the fact that the Warriors are coming in, they have a very solid chance, in my opinion, to get back to the finals. Ti, what do you got in the first round series?
I think we're
going to go to a game.
Yeah, I'll go to Chase. I would look at well, first of all, I'm not going to be back in time for game 1. My plane gets here. I think I'm going to miss the first half of game 1. So I can't go to game 1. It's also $400 for standing room in Sacramento. That's fucking insane. So I'll go yeah, it's crazy. I'll go to one of the home games to Chase. I went to every round last year at home except the Mavs series because we whooped their ass. I think we prediction, I don't know, fucking 5 games, dude. Not even Kings are kind of toasty. They've been faltering.
You going to the finals?
I went to finals last year. Yeah, I went to game 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he said he was going to come to Boston last year, be right, but he didn't. So that was sad.
I went to game 5. I went to game 5, and Dan didn't want to go to game 5, but he wanted to stand outside when the Celtics got their ass whooped by 30 points.
It was shameful and it was sad. I did not want to go. I was in Boston for game 5, T. I was in Boston, brother.
Okay,
I was in Boston.
Anyway, that's all. I'm done. Warriors are fine. We'll talk about the second round. I think we're going to have the Suns. But what I am excited for is I'm tuned in. I'm going to be locked in. I'm a Laker fan indirectly for the next until after the first round because I have a feeling they're going to win. We're going to get Shannon Sharp courtside and the Lakers versus Dylan Brooks and the clown show.
That's good television. All that is right there.
That is a must-watch TV. You like NBA is all about drama and storylines. Dude, how many times are we going to show Shannon Sharp trying to fight Steven Adams and Dylan Brooks? And you know Dylan Brooks is going to say some stupid shit. He called Shannon Sharp a regular old pedestrian. Dylan Brooks called Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp a regular old pedestrian. I hate Dylan Brooks.
I didn't hear that one. In what context did he call him that? Just like on Twitter or just
No, he doesn't have social media.
Dylan Brooks doesn't?
No. So do you remember the whole incident with like Shannon Sharp?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So like they were all send it to Reese. It'd be a great clip, but just about 5 seconds for it.
And you see Steven Adams.
So they asked him. First of all, he's like, I don't know who he is, man. He's a blogger or something. He's got to do what he has to do.
That's shameful, bro.
They ask him another question.
Shannon Sharp's a big dog, bro. Come on.
They ask him another question. He like kind of defers it, and then they ask him again, like, well, what do you think about the fan? He said, a regular old pedestrian like him? Nah, no place for him on the court. And that was like the clip. I'll put it in there. It's pretty fucking hilarious. It was like put right.
He's a 3-time Super Bowl champion, right? He won two obviously with the Broncos and then one with the Ravens.
He's a top 5 tight end of all time. He's not. It's not. Well, we're not talking about some dude that was like a Pro Bowler a couple of times. There's some dude that was on a Super Bowl team. One of the best.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, B-Rider.
He called him a regular old pedestrian. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But anyway, I'm excited, man. I think that, like, honestly, I don't watch a lot of basketball, not every Warriors, but I will tune into every game of that Memphis Lakers series. That's my number 1 must-watch series of the playoffs. I also,
I hope we see less violence. We've been seeing violence all across the league ever since Draymond set the precedent in October, whatever that was. Now we're seeing the Timberwolves violently assaulting each other. It's something you just hate to see. That the punch heard around the world. And then, what was it that he tweeted out? It was... yeah, exactly. Insecurity like looks like this or something.
Yeah, you know why he said that, right?
Yeah, because that's what Rudy Gobert said at the beginning.
Rudy Gobert tweeted it because he's a fucking clown.
And you know what's funny is Rudy Gobert got suspended for tonight's playing game, so he's not even gonna be able to fucking play in the game.
They'll probably be better without him, honestly.
He cried. Remember when he cried for not making the All-Star game? That was pretty electric.
Yeah. I don't have a good feel for him. I know that he's like a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, but I can't say I've seen a lot of his game.
He basically caused COVID, if you guys remember too.
He was the one he was doing.
He's making a joke of it, and then he came out positive, and then they had to shut the whole fucking world down.
Donovan Mitchell said he was never going to be his friend.
B. Ryder says Rudy Gobert started COVID. That's electric.
No, he did. I agree with that. I mean, they canceled the tournament. They canceled the Big Ten tournament the next day. I had a bet on Michigan against fucking Rutgers, I believe, and they canceled it. They cut it down in our fucking prime. They stopped at mid-conference tournament. It was fucking shameful.
That was sad, really. My men's league in Burlingame, California, that night was canceled as well. It was something you hate to see. All right, Bruins win record. It's a tough one. T. I think you have a good point there. Actually, that you like the President's Cup. The fact that the NHL does that, no other franchise does it. A little bit.
It's a good point.
It makes you nervous going into the season, going into the playoffs. I don't know, man. Yeah, I remember, what was it, 2011, that it was the Vancouver, right, B-Rider, that they were all like President's Cup, this President's Cup, that, if I'm not mistaken. They got smacked by the Bruins in 7 games.
They burned their city down. Do you guys remember that? They fucking rioted after that. They were so pissed off.
It was electric.
They lit buses and shit on fire.
It's the Dean sisters, right? Yeah, this is the biggest weekend of the year, arguably, in Boston sports, B-Rider. You got Celtics kicking off, Bruins kicking off, Marathon Monday. Give us the pulse firsthand what it's like to be in the city.
Things are good. We got
BC baseball is ranked, B-Rider. BC baseball is ranked.
Number 11, and they're ranked 11. They just Beanpot champions as of an hour ago. They beat Harbor on a walk-off home run, 5-4.
I was gonna say Beanpot is not a thing in baseball. B-Rider, that's a push.
Teddy Wang with They sure did, buddy.
I fucking
No. That's a stretch. There's no bean pot. Bean pot is hockey.
There
only,
is.
Rider.
There is. There's a bean pot. There's a bean pot in baseball. It used to be played at Fenway. Now it's played on their campuses. But
I mean, it might be called the bean pot, but it's not like the bean pot. It's like saying there's multiple like Super Bowls.
Yeah, that's okay though. We'll take it. We'll take it. The boys. It's trophy season up at Chestnut Hill. We like that.
I agree.
Teddy Wang with the walk-off solo home run in the bottom of the ninth. I was there for a couple innings. We had back-to-back home runs in the third inning. Electric. Harvard came back, took the lead 4-3. BC, they pulled away. I think this team's got some magic. They've had one good team in recent memory. They had 2016. They went all the way to the Super Regionals. A game I went to down in Miami. Justin Dunn, who's a pitcher for the Reds now, he was a first-round pick from that team, and I believe there's a dude Michael King from the Yankees who was on that team too. But, so, I mean, overall, it's looking good. We got the Red Sox, but more importantly, my national hero, Shohei Ohtani, will be at Fenway Park.
10 a.m. sharp, baby, right?
Yeah, so he should be whichever game he pitches at, I am going to, and I am wearing a Shohei Ohtani jersey, too. Do not give a fuck. So that should be good. Red Sox overall, not looking so hot. I mean, you got Kike Hernandez, who's a good center fielder playing shortstop for them, hitting like a cool 0.67, so that's always chill when your shortstop can't hit. But then you have fucking Xander Bogaerts.
He's made like 10 errors too, right? I mean, what are we doing?
I think he's made more errors than he has hits, which is always recipe for success. Then you have Xander Bogaerts out in San Diego hitting fucking tanks out in Slam Diego. Anyone who has under a 10-year contract at San Diego, you're a fucking loser, dude. Them dudes all got the bag. They're all making like $400 million contracts. I don't know what's going on out there. But we have no one. We're left with kind of the scraps. We got, Justin Turner. Justin Turner has, I think two extra base hits. He's got 2 RBIs on the season. That's going really well. JD Martinez, 9 RBIs in this young season. Things are going really well, though. We got Garrett Whitlock back today. Gave up 5 home runs, so that's really good. Shout out Tampa Bay. 11-0 now. I made a joke earlier.
I don't know when John Henry. I don't know when John Henry and co got super cheap. Like I feel like back in the day that was
scumbag, dude. Fuck
that was their
guy.
move.
Dr. fucking creepy. He's a fucking loser. And then they booed him, and he's out there checking his watch like, I didn't get. You got fucking booed, dude, and you're a fucking clown. He's like, well, I brought 4 championships here. No, you fucking didn't, dude. You fucking asshole. You lost arguably.
I mean, he kind of did though, bro. I mean, dude, the Sox. I mean, dude, four titles in 15 years, whatever that run was.
Give me all right. So then, why didn't you pay Mookie Betts?
That's what I'm saying. It's a relatively recent trend that they didn't pay Mookie Betts, didn't want to pay Xander.
I stop myself too because I keep wanting to say arguably top 5. Mookie Betts is the top 5 player in the fucking Major League Baseball, and they just let him go because he was gonna make $400 million. All right, you should have paid him $500 million. That's how much he's worth. And then they want to talk about, will Shohei come to the Red Sox? Fuck no. Maybe they would get Shohei Ohtani if he came here just to pitch, because just to pitch alone, he's going to get $250 million. Hitting, on top of that, he's getting $500, probably more.
T.I., you were going pretty hard at Boston today. It's a classic T.I. move, not worrying about his own business, worrying about what's going on in Boston, other people's cities. And it was a little bit sad to see if we can clip in general. It's just something you hate to see. But hey, I really hope that as your teams progress in the playoffs, that they do well. I don't root against anybody like others in this on this radio program. Namely yourself. We're just talking about just some of your quotes here.
Brett. I mean,
Boston's turning into a candy-ass sports city. Stuff of that nature.
Brent's rant there just kind of proves it. I don't really need to say much. I mean, the one thing I'll highlight because I think it's worth highlighting is that only 8 President Trophy winners have won the Stanley Cup, and there have been 7 first-round exits. And I will tell you this, as a lifelong fan...
I just said earlier that it makes
I know.
And
I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying, and as a lifelong fan of a team who was one of those teams to make a first-round exit, it's fucking miserable. Because hockey is kind of a miserable season. It's fucking long. You got to be games. It's cold. You wait if your team can contend for the playoffs. So I wish they're a sick fucking team. Of all the Boston teams, the Bruins I have the least animosity towards. They're fucking good. Those guys, I don't understand how they're consistently so good. But all I'm saying, man, is who do they have in the first round, Brett? Who are they going to have? Their second round matchup was really tough, but first round, who do they have?
That I don't have off the top of my head. I'll look it up real quick.
All right, well, if they get Tampa...
They're playing the Flyers or some shit, no?
No,
the Flyers are garbage.
But I hope they're good because they got Torts. They got Tortorella.
I think it is the Panthers. I think.
Yeah,
I need the Flyers first round, baby. I don't think
Yeah.
they're even in the playoffs, but I'm rooting for the
No,
Flyers.
we're not. But yeah, I mean, you guys should be the
Call
Flyers.
Bear, shout out
for the
Bear.
first round pick.
But no, the Sharks are, dude. I think we're ahead of them, aren't we? It's lost. We've been tanking since fucking we traded Timo away, dude. We've been tanking hard. Maybe like losing games on purpose, like legit.
Sharks
like,
got to bring back
overtime.
Joe Thornton, baby. Ever since you lost Joe Thornton, it's been a little bit tough one. All right, last thing on the agenda here. Giants opening day. T.I. did not go. It was sad. He didn't support his team. This is a quick one. Frank the Tank. The clip of Frank the Tank booing the medical staff for the Mets.
I fucking hate that guy.
Well, it's just
I
outstanding. No,
fucking
I'm a
hate
team
that
Tank guy. He's funny.
I
I'm a team
fucking
Tank
hate
guy.
the Tank.
He's funny, dude. He was booing the
there
medical
something
staff.
wrong
It was
with
like, Jimmy Smith, the athletic trainer, blah blah blah. And he's just going hard at him. That was pretty funny. B-Rider, why do you hate the Tank? And then we'll cut it.
He's a fucking loser, dude. He's like a 50-year-old man who doesn't even know how to dress himself, and he's in there like, is there something wrong with him before I like really shit on him?
I
'Cause
think
I don't want to be like shitting on someone if he's got like issues. You know what I'm saying? Because
He's
this
the
all
Tank,
needs
bro.
to be redacted.
He loves baseball, just like
he's
you
the Tank
do.
and he loves baseball. B-Rider, he's
I know,
passionate. He's
dude,
like he's
but
created a
he's-
career for him.
he's wild.
He's working like a
I'm
he's a
probably
court clerk before.
just jealous because his whole shtick is like getting him paid, where I'm just sitting here.
Yeah,
like,
you're sitting here doing a whole lot of
17
nothing.
views. Wearing
B-Rider.
2002 Nomar jersey and some fresh sunglasses.
It is a crispy. It
You know,
is a crispy jersey, B-Rider. But hey, man,
I
give
know,
us a
thank
couple
you.
years and this thing will be popping off, and B-Rider will be the next Frank the Tank.
The thing that I don't like, actually, I met Frank the Tank.
We did too. We met him at the Arizona Bowl. He's electric. I'll cut it there. Good work, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met him at the Arizona Bowl. Yeah, he's a bit of a character. But anyway, give us your Tank story.
He's at my second team is the Mets because I go to the U.S. Open. Yeah. Swear to God.
Fucking
Oh, wait, you go to the U.S. Open tennis, B-Rider?
I go to the U.S. Open tennis every single year. So I go to
Really?
the Mets
That's a
every
cool. That's a
year,
cool
and
tradition. I actually haven't
Yeah.
been. I'd like to do that.
It's fucking awesome. Whether you like tennis or not, it's great. So I just started following the Mets a little. They're like my NL team, but I seen him at the game one time. Like, of course, like doing his like whole flip out because they were losing to the Nationals, and he's over there like having like a spaz, like I'm going to fucking lose to the Nationals. This fucking team sucks.
Yeah.
What up? I mean, that was before I even like knew who he was, dude. My boy was like, "Yo, that dude's from Barstool." I'm like, "Oh, let's go say hi to him." But yeah, he was wild. I'll tell you that much. He was wild.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be good in a few years, B-Rider. All right,
First
so
game.
how do we? So all right, we asked producer Reese to fucking tally up the points like
wasn't
it was
easy, but I had to do this by hand.
1997. Since all of our points are done post production, producer Reese, what was your analysis overall? What'd you find?
It was really close in like the first.
Drum
half.
roll, please. Drum roll, please.
Yeah. Okay. Drum roll. Okay. I'm drumming.
Who won? Give us the fucking
Brett.
numbers.
Tap.
Brett won.
so
Whoa.
Brett won.
Hey.
It was actually
Whoa.
easier to I don't know. It was better that I wrote it out this time because usually I have like a bias towards Tavis, and he usually wins every single round.
You do have a bias towards Tavis. It's sad. I think
Tavis usually smokes us, dude. Like I'm not even.
I'm not gonna lie to you, right?
Tavis can say like, "Hey, how you doing?" and then he gets like 17 points from producer Reese. It's fucking ridiculous.
Dude, Tavis had
He can make dumb arguments about Kyrie Irving and dumb arguments. He can just throw stuff out there and not even have to say anything. Producer Reese gives him points, and he's just complaining on his DoorDash app the whole fucking time, and he still wins.
Especially when he started talking baseball and
Rise of Brett.
and he's wearing glasses too. He's wearing the glasses really help. Yeah,
I think it's
So what was the total score? So B-Rider had what, 66 there? It looks like B-Rider had 66.
Yeah, Ti had
Jesus Christ.
35, and then Danny
45
Dawes
for
had
Ti.
35 for Ti.
Oh, 35. Okay.
And then Danny Dawes had 39, which is like
Okay. Yeah.
usually you really have like not that many points compared to the other.
Another victory for Dan. No big deal. It's great. We'll take it.
Be right.
second place, buddy. I think
Just victory over Ti. So we'll take
he
that. All
just
right.
got smacked.
Good stuff, boys.
So what am I? I'm like 1-in-15 now. Let's go.
Yeah, B-Rider. Yeah, I should cut it off. Yeah, the floor is yours, B-Rider. You can talk on anything you'd like. You can talk on company culture. You can talk on what it's like to be a member of producer Reese's team here. You can talk about you get the floor is yours for 30 seconds. Soliloquy.
Floor is mine for 30 seconds, baby. I'm feeling good with the sunglasses. I got the Nomar jersey on. I got
The jersey is nice. If you want to throw in the authentication there, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. Let me show you the back real quick. I'll spend some of my time just giving that. We got the Ted Williams patch on the side.
That's crispy. That's
Things
crispy.
OneTake Media are going great. As I say, I'm a big Tavis supporter. I wouldn't be here without him.
Me too.
Definitely grateful for his tutelage. I feel like I've learned from some of the best in the biz.
Yeah.
All found out he's an all-state wrestler today. I think the relationships, the bonds that we've been creating here, that's worth more than any paycheck that I'm not getting. So that's obviously incredible. Yeah, go Bruins, man. If the Bruins win tonight, tomorrow night, they'll be at 131 points. The record is 132. So I think if they win tonight and if they win tomorrow, I mean, they'll have a chance tomorrow to set the all-time. The Montreal Canadiens from like the 70s, wow. I believe. But the Montreal Canadiens did it in 2 less games. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
None of those like old Gretzky Edmonton Oilers teams did it. That's surprising.
I know. Would they win like 4 or 5 cups in a row?
They won 4 in a row, yeah. I think in the 80s, and then he went to LA and never won another one. Yeah, sad.
Do you ever watch his highlights? Just watch like YouTube highlights of Wayne Gretzky.
He's so sick, dude.
It's like a out of body experience watching. It's like watching video
guys, bro. He's
fucking with dangle guys.
Yeah.
Incredible.